I believe, and you're here in the office of the Always Believe House, and today we're going to rock and roll and do Staar Review 8 Part 3. Oh, so let's go to the back. Let me record this or I will be talking for nothing. Okay, record this to the computer. I don't need this up here. We are recording. A magical whiteboard appears, and let's get rocking. Oh, okay, so I'm going to do 21 and 22 with you. You should be able to do those top problems. That should be like easy. So on 21 and 22, we need to get the growing numbers and the starting numbers. So Bubba Bob has $50, that's his starting number, and makes $3 an hour, that's his growing number, at Boudreaux's Boudin. Oh, that's good stuff. Jimmy John has $30, that's his starting number, and makes $10 an hour at Thibodeau's Deli. Oh, that's what you find in Deep East Texas. Write two linear functions with the money as a function of the hours. So money is a function of the hours. So money will be our y, so we're getting the money here, and the x is going to be plugging in as the hours, okay? So we're going to have, our first one will be, let's do Bubba Bob's first, 3x plus 50, and then let's do Jiminy John. Jiminy John is 10x plus 30, right? So Bubba Bob starts off with more money but makes less per hour. Eventually, Jiminy John's going to have more money in him. Now then, to get this answer, they're both equal to y, aren't they? So we're going to set these equal to each other. So 3x plus 50 equals 10x plus 30 because y is equal to y, right? Now then, just solve this for x. So I'm going to move the 3x to the left, and I'm going to get 50 equals 7x plus 30. Now then, I'm going to type, if I wanted to, I could use my calculator. I'm going to type the 50 in, and then I'm going to subtract 30, and I'm going to get 20, and then I'm going to get 20 equals 7x. Okay? So x is going to equal to 20 over 7, which is 2 6/7 hours. Okay? So 2 6/7 hours is when they'll be equal. And that's a fraction. That's kind of funky. Sometimes they'll be like that when you do it, okay? Now then, let's draw what these look like. Okay, so draw the first quadrant up here. Bubba Bob starts off at $50, so put a 50, and his, let me do that better so you can see it. Put a 50, and his graph goes like this, doesn't it? Jimmy John starts off at 30, so put a dot here and put a 30, and his graph's a little steeper in it. Now then, we're going to write down the domain and range of those functions. So the domain is your x's, right? So my domain is going to be x greater than or equal to 0, or it's going to be 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to infinity, right? Either one of those would work. The range doesn't start at 0. The range starts at 50 and goes up, right? So my range would be y greater than or equal to 50. It's going to be all the y's over 50, or I could write down 50 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 50, right? Or less than or equal to infinity. Jiminy Crickets. Okay, so you could write that down either way. I taught you how to do it with the infinities. If you want to keep doing it that way, you can, but you can use a single inequality. Now then, let's go to the next one. The domain for Jimmy John is going to be the same exact answer. It's going to be x greater than or equal to 0, or 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to infinity. It's going to go from the 0 all the way to the right. The range doesn't start at 50 on this one, it starts at 30. So it's going to be all of the y's greater than or equal to 30, or I could put 30 less than or equal to y less than or equal to infinity, right? So that's how you get the domain and range of those functions. I'm going to let you do 23 on your own. And I'm going to do one of these harder problems for you. Let's do 25. This is what we just did last week in it. Line C is perpendicular to this line. Okay, so the slope of this line is 3, right? So I'm going to draw an arrow, put a perpendicular symbol. The perpendicular slope of 3 over 1 is negative 1 over 3, right? That's going to be my new m. This is my x and y. and I want it in point slope form. So all I got to do is plug this into point slope, and I'm done. So on this one right here, we're going to write down y. The opposite of minus 7 is plus 7. Remember, point slope is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1, right? Should have that memorized. Equals negative 1 over 3, parentheses, x minus 6, right? They want it in point slope form, so I am done. Oh. Now then, let's go do one. This is probably one of the harder ones, 29. We got to get the slope, plug it into point slope, and switch it to standard. This is the hardest thing you do in this class before Christmas. So don't panic. You should start getting this, though. You're going to do them every week. So make sure you're looking at the keys each week that I post. Make sure you're doing them correctly. So the first thing we're going to do is get the slope. So I'm going to put 8 minus a negative 7 on top and a negative 8 minus a 12 on the bottom. So I'll put my 2 y's on top. I put my 2 x's on bottom, didn't I? Now then, this turns into 15 over negative 20, which is negative 3/4 in it. So that's my slope. So now I'm going to take this. I'm going to just take my first point, xy, and I'm going to use point slope. So y plus 7 equals negative 3 over 4, parentheses, x minus 12. Now that I got to switch this to ax plus by equals c. So the first thing I need to do is bluebell truck the denominator, don't I? So I'm going to get rid of my 4. And then I'm just going to work through. 4 times y is 4y. 4 times 7 is 28 equals, these 4's cancel, and I got negative 3. So I'm going to distribute the negative 3's, aren't I? That negative gets distributed there. It doesn't get distributed when you put the 4's on top. So negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 12 is a plus 36. Oh, now that I want to make this standard, don't I? So the x goes first and that 28 goes last, don't I? So we're going to subtract 28 from the 36, aren't we? So I'm going to start this off. The opposite of minus 3x is plus 3x, which is cool because we don't have to switch the signs. Plus 4y equals 36 minus 28 is 8. Once you get the hang of this, this is easy. You just got to get there. You got to believe you can do it, okay? If you need help, please message me. If you need help, please message me. Have a magnificent day. I hope you enjoy your 17 seconds of Zen that I've been doing. We all need some Zen, don't we? Remember, you're amazing. You were created to do wonderful things. You're awesome, and always believe.